Hello. Happy Friday. Bah. I'm getting to the point with the quarantine that I have no idea what day it is. I kind of had a little bit before, but now I legitimately am confused. I thought it was Tuesday for a bit. So I was trying to come up with an idea for something short, and I think I have something. I've already kind of started it. But I'm not sure of something to do. A good go-to is the TF2 audio from when they did Pony, and the pink unicorn thing, whatever. So I thought it would be fun to do one of those. I still have to work on the lip syncing because this is the newer models and they have different lip syncing, but it's just a stupid audio bit.
I am the prettiest unicorn. My mane smells like lavender and my horn grants wishes.
So, it's meant to be super short and stupid. So,
horn grants wishes.
The idea was to put Twilight in a serene, relaxing situation and then have her say something that doesn't fit the situation. So, I'm taking actually the pre-roll scene and I have been working to adjust it so that it works for this. So I have put down a lot of the grass already. I got some there. I was working on the background there, which I was unsure if I wanted to actually fill in grass for all this because it's a lot. But any other option than that would require using some other type of grass model, which normally would have a different look and a different color and a different feel, which then would look like the whole hill was a different hill. So I decided that I'm just going to bite the bullet and we're just going to paint the hill greener. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I just realized that I actually did this part wrong. You can actually see that this is the edge of the grass on here, and well, it should look more like this. So I'm going to fix that quick. But I do not want to spend the entire stream just copy pasting grass. So I'm going to see if I can do that on my time. This is the visible portion, so I want to get that handled. But I do want to work on the animating of her, which is definitely the more interesting part anyway. So let's just get this over here. I have had that issue with where I've always said before that what's in the camera shot is the only thing that really matters, but this is one of those situations where sometimes the things that spill over are also important, because you could actually tell that was the edge of the grass. And so I want to make sure that it actually goes over the edge. I had that problem with Remembrance when I did that, because I rendered it out with the black bars by accident when I was originally intending not to. And because of that, when I went to go do a visual effect that caused a shockwave to emanate from Twilight, the render or the shot or the shockwave, since it was done in post, would actually cause a shockwave within the black bars too. So I had to do some fancy masking. But when the shockwave comes in, then it was trying to pull the black bars in. It was one thing to block it from going out over the black bars, but then I had to block it from also pulling from outside of it. If I would have done a render without that, I would have been able to have a better effect. But I'm super lazy and didn't want to re-render, so I just went with it. But yeah, I think I started this on Wednesday. And I just kind of popped into the Discord chat and started working on stuff, and this was what I was working on. And the timing for the grass will be changed. Right now it's all at the same time, but I'll be going through and going by layers, and so it makes it look like it's a wave going through. And I can see if I can do gusts of wind. Before doing that delay of the wind going over, I would just grab the grass here somewhere, and you just select like a, oh god, this is so much movement. But you just select a part like this, and then you just shift it a little bit, so then the beginning of it would hit faster and then slow down and gradually go into its normal speed again. And I think I did that in... what did I do that in? I need to cut this so I can actually see. Oh, the blackjack one that I made for Equestrian Narrator. Yeah, that's easier. I can actually see where my borders are. Oh, hello, Jurassic. Again? You just want the dolphin. Did that visual even pop up? I don't think it did. Oops, sorry. I'm hitting the wrong buttons. I need to go to that one. Yeah. Is it working? I'm going to click one of the old ones. Oh, that one worked. It didn't show it on the list. Oh. I wonder if it isn't set up for repeats. I am still learning how to computer. Nope, it's just the default. It should be for everybody. Well. It did? Okay. I thought I'd see something out of the corner of my eye. But apparently I didn't. But anyways, thank you. For show. Twilight is... She's hungry. She's like she's... Oops. She's like, you put the food in right here. Right here. Nom 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 nom. Put your arm down. There you go. I was playing around with the listening because this is the newer revamp model, I guess, and the lips act, or like when they went from originally the Naka models to the enhanced models, it was just a lot of the same flexes with higher fidelity and detail, but then also with more added. These actually modified how some of the original ones work slightly, which some of the mixed tricks don't work the same then, or they're more exaggerated. So I have to play around with it to kind of figure out how some of them work. But it's like, it's just drug-induced happiness. She's that book. Yes. So, she's seen many book. So the idea with this is I want to need to get her animated, but I'm not 100% sure what to have her do. I thought I had her wings originally shut, but if she's kind of like with her wings open in the wind, maybe better keep them open. Yeah, and there's some good detail in them. So for one, I need her to more relaxed. Oh, actually, I need her like standing on ground, because right now she's kind of not. Actually, it doesn't matter. I can actually have her stand there because you can't see her feet. So she's going to be planted right there. Right now she needs to have a more relaxed look. I'm going for misdirection. This is the kind of the perfect music. this is, I've been trying to think of an idea for something short, so that I'm not to help break the like hiatus of pony content. So that was the intent with this. It's just going to be something super short using the TF2 pony audio. I've done this now. I've done it 3 other times. Once when they had the event first, like way back, years and years ago, and the audio first came out, and I figured that out the same night that it came out. I went and exported it from TF2, brought it into SFM, found an audio clip, and made a video. Like, because it was just, I have to use it while it's relevant. And then I did another one with Pip, with the sniper's voice, talking about the secret to pony magic being bullets. No, I've done it 4 times. I did the prettiest unicorn with Rarity, and then again with the Scout, with the what's their name? The little asshole. The one with the girl guard. I can't remember her name now. But so yeah, so that was I've already used it a lot because it's just audio that's there is funny and works well. Not Smolder. No, I like that she was the little asshole though. The Shirley Temple one. I can't remember her name. Cozy Glow, right? Yeah, I think it's Cozy Glow. So yeah, it was her.
I am the prettiest unicorn.
But I need to play with the lip sync a little bit because I love it when the mouths have a jawbone, but this jawbone acts a little different from what I prefer, where it only interacts with the bottom, but at this being the cutoff right at the front of the lip, which you would think makes sense, but at the same time having that stretch to where it didn't stretch like this, because it's stretching forward, you can see. I liked it before when it had more, I don't know, it might be that that's just the way the ponies work, and I'm thinking of like the Rathalos ones, which work different. But I love having that because there's a lot you can do with moving them forward and backwards. But now when I'm moving forward and backwards, I have to play with pucker and stretch to offset it. So if I'm going to pull the jaw back here, like to here, I need to also compensate by pulling it back with that. So this is like so that's a little, it's just more of an annoyance for my just the way that I do things. Sometimes the certain things that work perfect for one person doesn't work perfect for another just because of the way that they do things, and this is probably one of those. That Grover was the red dragon. It would be, which is the red? Oh, you're talking like that asshole dragon. Oh, okay, the one that always makes fun of Spike. Is he red? I can't remember his color now. Oh, I don't know what his name is. That one I'm not gonna know. Did they even give him a name, or was he just like asshole?
My mane smells like lavender and my horn grass.
Anyway. So the main thing right now is getting her into a relaxed pose. So right now she's kind of in a happy pose, but it's not really relaxed. I'm gonna put her head down a little bit. Actually, she probably would be standing prouder a little bit. Right. Yep, and we'll put her head up a little. Maybe have her eyes closed. So there is still some flexes that I haven't moved from unknown. But a lot of those look like brows. Do they no longer have a squeeze for the eyes? Because there's the clothes. But it used to be you could have like a more squeezed eye look. That's sad if you can't do that anymore. Garble. Okay, yeah, actually they sound very similar. No, this is the revamp, so this is the newer ones. I thought they had like the different ears and it looked like it in the picture, but I tried downloading them twice and it came with the same like ear look, so I don't care enough anyway. The main reason I downloaded them was because this one I would say is improved mouth flexes. I don't like when they keep adding more because it just makes it so yeah, you can get more detail, but I hate lip syncing, so having something that now makes the process take longer is more frustrating than the detail increase. But these actually are not really adding any new options. There are a couple, but the main thing is the detail. And I actually like that they added, instead of having the like lipstick, it's just a slight hint of a darker color, so it just gives it an additional like shading for 3D instead, which I kind of like. You swap them via that one menu, the model set. I'll be fine. I want this to be something that's quick and dirty. I don't really care too much about like putting ultra detail into it, other than I want it to start looking that way at the beginning. But that's just going to be making like a cycle that she's standing in. After that, I don't care. She's just going to be just screaming and whatever. Oh, because and I have to double check, where are my clouds on this? Not in the shot.
I am the prettiest unicorn. My mane smells like lavender and my horn grants wishes.
So yeah, oh, this is the lights off. So this, I do have to work on the lighting. It works from the angle I was at before, but not this one. Which actually we can do that now just to get it done. I'm a little bit unsure how some certain aspects of the lighting are going to turn out. Because the grass is difficult to light to make it look good. Okay, well, hello and bye-bye. Okay, so the sun's going to be coming around, at least it's implied that it's going to be coming from this side more. Dear for Ghost Mike, he was going to do some shopping before coming home, so he will be here eventually. But as of right now, no. So this one, I want to try to stay away from... Oh, this is going to be tough. I'm using radius. I'm going to remove the radius because I don't care enough. So radius is going to, you'll see that it's the preview brightness right now, But if I swap to the high radius, it will drop the brightness, and that's because it's taking the light and then artificially creating smaller ones that altogether are the same brightness, but because they're covering a larger area, it's dropping the apparent brightness. But it helps smooth corners, some of these edges, because it's creating... It's the same reason why a sun's shadow isn't a straight line. It's because as the sun starts going behind an object, it's going to start blocking more and more of the sun as it goes, so it's going to have a smoother and smoother edge because it gets less and less light. The radius is about trying to simulate that. But I don't like that I have to go into this preview mode to see that, because it makes it hard to work, because as soon as I go to like shut it off, then I don't know what the light's going to look like when compared to something else until I go into that mode again. Just, it's frustrating. So I am going to ignore it. And this engine's handling of that isn't very great, especially when it comes to shadows. Source 2 is better about that, but we're not there yet. So I want to make sure that I am not casting light on anything but her. That'll make it easier in the end. So I'm going to play with our light distance a little here. A little on the ground's fine there. The reason I don't want to is because if I'm going to use these big general lights to cover other areas of it, and that one is also hitting another area, it's going to like cause extra lighting, and I don't want that. It's going to like double it up and then make it harder. This one, because of her wings, I have to get rid of that shadow. I don't know what this one is. We're going to ignore it for now. Where you at? There you are. So highlight's normally just the opposite, with the rim from the other direction. Me and my horrible naming conventions. It's gonna really make her tail glow. I'm actually gonna put it around like this and then just drop the brightness a bit. It's really just to help have her pop out on. Is to help create a three-dimensional feel for her instead of having like one side of her blend into the distance. And normally everything around you is creating light to some degree. I'm gonna put it at the beginning so it's not so creepy looking. And I thought that light was hitting the grass. Oh, I moved it, I guess. And put some ambient in here. So this is just going to be the filler. So it's how bright do I want to make all the light that's on the areas of her that aren't hit by the other lights. I think that'll work for now. It's probably going to change because as soon as you start putting other lights in it, a spotlight looks really bright in a dark room, but if the sun were coming through, it probably wouldn't look as bright. And that's kind of the situation with this. Of I don't know if the lighting is good or not until I put it in context with the lighting I want to use. Do need to put an underlight. There's a lot of reflective light. So I also want to make sure I get this right, if I need one. Well, this one's like... Oh yeah, I had to make this one like super tight. Because you can see it hits the grass. But I might be able to get away with this because of the fact I can't see the grass in front of her. I don't think we'll actually need this one, but I'm going to put just a little bit anyway. Just going to get rid of these ones. Not going to need that one for right now. Sky card light. Okay, this is where things might get messy. So I moved the clouds. I don't think, were they being lit? I don't think so. If they were, oops. But right now the background is like messed up, so we need to fix this. First up, before we do too much in the background, I need to move this mountain so that it's not, you know, clipping. Mountain mountains don't do that. So right now, there's mountains, but there's not really a mountain that stands out. And I like, if I'm going to put mountains in the background, that one of them kind of feels like the mountain. So I want to see if I can find one for that. That kind of works. Can I do that? Then I can maybe put like this. Let me move it a little bit to the side here, because I might be able to have like the sun kind of creeping up through there. Well, that's just weird now. Oh, that's why the sky car doesn't look right. No. Oh, yeah. This is it. There it is. Okay. So I'm covering a lot smaller area of the sky than I was originally, meaning I don't need to be so zoomed out. Let's get that detail up then. It's not that. It's this one. I think that might work. So I'm going to get rid of these clouds for now, so I'm not getting confused on that. Let's figure out these mountain lights. So for this skylight, so that's probably a filler. So those are just to, those are fully lighting the mountain. I don't like that. Why do we got two of these? Oh no, that's just how the texture worked because of something goofy. Okay. So for this one, I want to increase. I'm hoping that this will let me just detach it from its library. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to do like this first because I might play with volumetrics. Actually, there already is one. Ooh, that's kind of neat. Where's this light? Oh, it's just kind of poking from the center there. Let's see if we can. Does this have shadows on? Does not. It's probably going to disappear. Just about. We're going to do... Need to increase this again. Oh, that's probably too much. Yeah. Oh, that was too much. Okay. So I'm going to say the sun's going to be right here. So this is why I didn't want to make it too bright, because it was just going to blow it out otherwise. I think the filter size should be at its highest. Just because, at least, I would think that from this distance, it's probably going to be pretty sharp looking. So we're going to keep that up there. And I think we want to keep all the other shadows. Yeah, we'll keep the other light with it. Let's check out these mountain lights then. No. So if I was a light, I would probably have probably do something like this. But I don't like how light it is down there. It's almost too bright. Haha. So we're going to turn that up. We're going to turn up. I think this is as high as it's going to go. Yeah, that's not going to matter from there. We're going to just take this and then we're going to roll with it on the other sides and see what happens. So this is this side. Oh, actually this is... Oh, this is... I'll just use this one. So this is the equivalent. I don't like using so many shadow lights right now, but I think it'll be fine. This is going to be lower. Why am I... Oh! That's what those are. I have light rays. I think I hear Michael. Let's go with that for now. Since sometimes it's just, once you get things in context, it helps a lot. So this one I'm going to use as a rim exploder. Normally a sun, when it's really, really bright, it's going to just cause it to like completely overshine and take away any edges. Might be a bit too much though. We should add a little bit more definition to some of those because we make some nice lines coming through. This one needs to be changed now. I think it needs just some more. Oh, those look weird when you actually put it in a context. Well, actually, that's not too bad. We'll just do that. Whatever. I don't care. And then light rays. So those are for these. But these are not in the shot yet. And I don't know if I will. Yeah, we'll see. Ooh, it's a little bright. Yeah, let's turn it down. Hello, not the one. This might be disconnected. No, that number is definitely not a disconnected number. Let's drop this to 1/3. Yeah, we'll do 1/3. So this would be 4,000 and let's do an approximate on this one. Oh, there it goes. It's being slow. Yeah, 8,000 should be the same. Yeah, it's a particle I made. I made that actually a while ago for simulating a lens flare. Yeah, that might be disconnected. Maybe not. No, they're connected. Ah, it just didn't save it.
pretty.
I might reduce the lens flare a little bit. I like the glow that it's given, but the lens flare itself might be a bit much. No, I made it. It's actually a public download if you ever want it. It's made so that everything can be controlled from the main particle. So that's what the inherent values are here. They're just taking the values that are on the main particle and passing it to the other ones. So if you change the color or the radius random on the parent particle, the children will also inherit those values. So if you change the size by half, it will modify automatically the others to match, which just makes it convenient. It's the same with the color as well. I have a whole write-up on how to handle it because there's certain things you don't want to do, like on the radius random, or not on radius random color. You don't want to vary the color too much, or you get some weirdness. And if you change the size of the too much, it gets weird too. There's some things you don't want to play with too much. Maybe you're free to, but I feel like it's not too useful for very large uses like a sun, because like in this case it's creating a line across the whole screen, which may not be what you're going for. I'm just going to leave it for now though. I might just use lens flares that come in other software, so like in After Effects or something. It's really easy to track that stuff in After Effects. I think I might also have like the so yeah, so this whole concept is just to make a really stupid video. So I might actually have like the camera come up like this.
I am the prettiest unicorn. My mane smells like lavender and my horn grants wishes.
I might do something like that, but I'll worry about that later. Yeah, so lighting wise, I'm going to do just like a cursory grass light. Yeah. I'm not going to worry about this one because I'll have to move them anyway. Oh, actually that is an important one right there. That the ground itself is going to have a little bit of a glow from the sun, so I'm going to put that down. Just a little bit, like just right on the edge. Probably turn the top just a bit too. Okay. Well, no, it's the lens flare itself is a texture, so I think I might be able to. No, it's actually not going to work when I load it here. But it's just a texture that looks like a lens flare, and then it's set to kind of move around randomly within its current location, which then gives it the feel that the lens flare is more vibrant and changing. So the size is changing slightly and its position is ever so slightly changing too. So it doesn't look static, but it's still a texture. So I could drop the size of the texture coming out, but then when I did that the one time, it just looked weird. Because the point of a lens flare is to kind of go from side to side. When those kind anyway. There's multiple different kinds of lens flares. And I could get like the Audio Copilot lens flares thing, but it's like $100 and something bucks, and for how often I'd use it, it feels like it wouldn't really be an investment that I'd use very much, so I just haven't bothered. Start with the front grass since that's the important one. So this is where it gets tough. Well, they're expensive because they are super high quality and very good. But how often am I going to use it is the thing. The whole like reason with YouTube and everything, it helps pay for the software and stuff that's used on the side. But it usually ends up being a wash. So if I usually have enough or some extra that's coming out of there, I'll think about getting stuff like that just to reinvest it back in. So it depends, maybe, but it's meant for, if you just get a software that's just something for you to use for entertainment purposes, it might seem like a lot, but if you're getting it for the purpose of investing back into making more money for like content creation, well then really it's not that much money. And if I did get it, it would be a tax write-off. So there's some benefits to it, but just still, I don't know if it's quite that worth it. Something with this grass, I might do something like this, which is like create this like nice strong edge kind of through here, and then I'm going to come down at a sharper angle. So I added that height change so I can have a much smaller, thinner light. Just kind of skim the edge. Oh, and actually, I think I have to do it from this side. This is where it gets fun. It's a curved hill. It's kind of a neat thing. You can get some really, really neat effects on things when you change it to very, very thin. One of the ones that I found fun is on, you can do like a changeling transformation by like, say you make this green and then like super bright, and then you can kind of go down and use that as an edge of transition, and then in post like have it fade between them, or mask between them. I think I actually have so I had like a test video where we actually played around with that, and it was neat, but I thought I would call it like changeling something, but I'm not seeing it. Yeah. I don't know where I put it. This was a GIF. Oh. Okay, see you later, Jurassic. I will let him know. No, I don't think it was in here either. No, but it was a really neat effect because it. Oh no, actually, right here. So you could do something like that using it. So it's actually masked so that it actually the two renders on top of each other, so that it made it look like the transition follow the line. By taking the one, overlapping it with the other, and then just showing only part of the video at a time. So you do some neat stuff like that. But for now, I'm just trying to find a way to get this to cover the grass correctly. What I actually should do here is we're going to first go to the front here with this light and kind of create that ambient coloration. Hello.
Hello.
Jurassic says hi. He
Hi,
gave you
Jurassic.
derpies, but you weren't here.
What?
And now he's not here either. He left because you were gone, and he gave his hard-earned bits for nothing.
I'll have to go back and watch it when you upload it.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
But he did leave.
No.
So this, I want to have this just gonna be an ambient coloration.
Had to go teach kids to kick each other.
I don't know what he's doing. He's doing Jurassic things.
I think he does that almost every day on the weekday.
Jurassic things?
Well, yes.
Only on the weekdays. On the weekends, no.
No.
He is no longer Jurassic.
He
He is
becomes
Jurassic.
Cretaceous. I want to say he becomes Cretaceous.
Becomes what?
Cretaceous.
What is that?
It's another period in Earth's history. It's the Cretaceous period instead of the Jurassic period.
You just learned that last week.
No.
I think it's the Cretaceous, not the Cretaceous.
I don't know how you pronounce it. It would involve crustaceans. I got cheese, so take that.
Go make dinner.
I was gonna ask, did you not eat?
Yeah, I did. Your leftovers. There's a ton in there.
Good to know. I was concerned about you, that you would start your stream and you hadn't eaten. Wait.
So what? I usually go most of the day without eating. I can go a couple hours.
Sorry, I'm just one of those guys like, have you eaten?
You can
Make sure you eat.
I don't need my 3 meals a day. Nobody needs 3 meals a day.
Depends how big the meal is.
Well, no, 3 meals a day is a lot.
Depends on how much you eat during the meal. Like, all you eat is a sandwich and
that's not a meal.
for lunch. That's my lunch. I have like 4 eggs for breakfast and then I have a sandwich for lunch. If I didn't eat lunch after only having 4 eggs for breakfast, I would have to I'd just go feral and start gnawing on someone's arm.
I only eat within a couple hours a day, and that's it, and I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even feel hungry normally.
I would eat someone's arm.
It's only because that's the way you're used to eating.
Hmm. Cheese does trump all. Speaking of cheese, I bought stuff to make pizza.
Ooh.
From homemade. I'm gonna make the sauce from scratch. I'm gonna make the dough from scratch. It's gonna be fun. And I got more whole wheat flour for it, so. I didn't have
Well, yeah, I was kind of low on that too.
Yeah. Good then.
Did you get good whole wheat flour, or did you just buy the cheap stuff?
I bought whatever I first saw.
I think there's only one type you can buy too. I didn't have any luck finding tons and tons of types.
Yeah, I imagine. When it comes to flour, flour's flour. It's whatever. Probably already.
Well, there's whole wheat flour and there's...
Well, yeah, but I mean, all-purpose flour is just all-purpose flour. I don't think it matters too much who the brand is.
Well, no, 'cause there's different types of the plants, what was treated on the plants, how they were raised. There's a lot of those differences, and they actually make a difference.
And this doesn't look like Sci-Twi. This looks like
It's a new scene
different
for it.
Twi.
No, I'm kidding.
I figured you're just doing a picture because you said you hadn't done
No,
it.
it's actually going to be a video.
Oh, really?
Just something really short.
Uh-oh. So it'll get done in 2022 then?
No, it is literally this long. But it's stupid, but to make stupid work. I want it to start serious. So it's going to look like it's all serious, but then she's going to say stupid stuff. I already had a lip syncing done. I did it earlier this week.
I see.
Right.
She's looking very majestic right now.
But then she like starts talking and she's like,
It's with that face, no.
I have to play with the lip syncing because it's the newer models and
I can't actually hear what she's saying.
Doesn't matter. She's like, aha.
I just know her mouth is extra strange. It's kind of cute right there, though. It's all like puckered up.
Mm-hmm. That was the point.
Just like, oh.
I was like, the ponies always felt like their mouths went too far back by default, so I always tend to pucker it up. So that's probably a phrase I shouldn't use.
Depends what's puckered.
Alright, so this background bits, I'm not going to... I'm not going to have the grass. I'm just going to put some stuff down to get a general feel for it.
Looks like you just ate one of those Warhead candies. Do they still make those?
Yeah.
Or am I old?
Yeah,
Still make them? Cool. I bet if I was older, I bet it would said lemon heads.
Lemon heads are better, I think.
They...
Warheads are about like pain. Lemon heads actually, like once you get through the sour, is really good.
Lemon heads are a very good classic candy. Like, as far as old candies go. There is one candy that if I ever saw, I'd probably be willing to pay a small fortune to eat it. Because I haven't had one since I was a kid, and it was called French Taffy. You know, it came in vanilla and chocolate flavor, and I think I haven't seen it in a very long time. It used to be everywhere, but now I think you can only find it like Cracker Barrel or something. Might have been a Kentucky thing too. I don't know. Did you ever hear of that candy?
What one?
French Taffy. It's a brand called French Taffy. It was like taffy, but it had like powdered sugar on the outside.
Oh, no, I know the round, like semi-tubular ones.
It came in like a flat thing.
Oh, no.
Like,
Not with the ones that need sugar on top. We normally just get the ones that are like the twist sides.
Yeah.
When you get the
I think it might have been since.
were you at BabsCon?
No.
Oh, because when we went down to the pier, there's a place that made it on site, and that was really good.
Taffy's always good.
It's always, well, yeah, when you get like the fresh stuff, like right from the place.
I've never actually done that. I bet it's delicious though.
It's pretty good stuff.
Especially if it's still warm.
Hello, Stig, and hello, Zero. Yeah, lemon heads are the best. To be more tame. Oh, they did? Oh, that sucks. There's actually, if you ever get a chance, there's something called magic fruit, I think. And you can get them in strips or in pills, and you can put it in your tongue, and it's a fruit that naturally will block certain types of flavors or inhibit your ability to taste them, and one of them is sour. And so it's great because you can eat a lemon and not have the sour taste, and like lemon heads, you can basically eat them and there's no sour. You can bite into a lemon and all you taste is the sweet, and it is absolutely delicious. Lemons are my favorite fruit when you have that. Don't like them otherwise, or at least I'm not gonna bite into one.
I have a bunch of them.
But yeah, I used to like those lemon drop, like lemon head candies. I used to just like eat them like nothing. Yeah, and hello, Stig. I finally got to see you when he streams live. Love your work. Thank you very much. We're making more. One day I'll get back to making something serious, but stupid is so much more fun.
What have you ever made something? Memories was the last time you made anything serious.
No,
I'll leave
serious requires investment, so you can't just make something that's serious and emotional within 20 seconds. Like you just don't have the time to build the investment and a story towards somebody to make it feel an emotional attachment or detachment.
You just have Twilight crying over Celestia's dead body and be like, "What happened? No." It's like no context, no nothing, just sad.
But then it would be funny in a way, because without the context, then it is funny. But
only in the comments when everybody's like, "She OD'd on heroin."
The one serious one I originally had an idea for, and I still kind of want to do because it really wouldn't be that hard. But I was going to use as a Winnie City advertisement. I just never went around to it. There is a song that I have on this playlist, and I am not going to remember which one it is. It's way down there, but it sounds very much like the Avengers theme, but it's not the Avengers theme. It has a part in there that is almost the same score, but not. And so then I can use that because the Avengers score I've already checked. If you put anything with it, it's a copyright strike. But that would allow me to get by that, have the theme that sounds like it, and then I wanted to use the Power Ponies as kind of just a quick little thing for fun. It was going to be more of an ambient thing, so them standing around doing things, and it was going to just be camera work. But I thought it'd be fun, and that would have been more of a serious type thing. No, I agree that the sour part is, I think, about the candies is the best because it's the contrast. The sweet tastes better because you went through the sour part. So, but I'm just saying that fruit is interesting. You can eat weird combos like goat cheese and green apple. Tasted like just caramel apple, where the green apple wasn't as sour, and the cheese tastes like caramel.
Goat cheese is pretty sweet, comparatively.
Yeah, well, that's why you want to use goat cheese, because the goat cheese gets rid of the other flavors.
Yay!
Well, thank you, Stig.
100 points.
Then it gets rid of that bad flavor and replaces it with whatever's other flavor is in there. If you eat something, it's not like you're gonna eat poop and it's gonna taste sweet. It has to have some kind of a sweet in there. So it's
I haven't tried yet, so I don't know.
It's
maybe
I thought
you eat the poop of a lot of cake.
Oh, you haven't ate poop yet?
No.
Maybe don't.
Maybe somebody ate a lot of cake first.
Let's not have you eaten poop.
I mean,
probably get COVID or something.
Try new things.
Poop COVID. Okay, I'm not actually liking this hill. It's not providing...
Did it talk crap about your mama?
No, it's not providing the distance that I want.
Snoot.
Because it's not... If I want something to look like it's fading into the distance, I need something that actually looks like it's fading into the distance. But this, it's like I can see it.
So I have two options right now. I can either eat or drink more booze.
Eat?
What'd you make?
I said it was leftovers.
Oh, okay. So just whatever in the fridge.
Yeah. That's why when I said it was leftovers. It's leftovers.
There is a lot of crap in there.
Oh, there is a hill back here. It's just not doing anything.
Lazy hill.
Get back in here. I probably need to actually...
Lying around all day.
I think I know what I need to do with this. So there is a volumetric light I have. Let me get this other lazy hill out of here. So that's that one. You get in your shot. What are you doing? This one's got to be pretty flat. Distance.
It's got a foothill.
I go like this. We'll do that. And then I think this hill needs to be continued a little further.
Come to realization. You do like mountains.
I love mountains.
Is that why you're the mountain god?
Well, for one, mountains are just cool looking. And two, they break the line at the horizon. And the higher you go off the horizon, the easier it is. So mountains are great because they fill the bottom of the sky. The line right at the horizon is the hardest one to do for sky because the sky, a blue sky, as you watch it get closer and closer to the horizon, actually gets whiter and whiter. And it's hard to replicate that. So it's easier to do that. And sunsets are also easier because of just all the coloration. It's just, you can hide things with shadows. And also I like orange. It's one of my favorite colors. So
that was a long way to say I like mountains.
Yes. We live in Minnesota, where the biggest height difference from state border to state border is 300 feet.
Yeah, you guys got no hills here.
We have hills, but our hills are our mountains. That is it.
They're not hills. They are lumps.
Gradual slopes.
Best.
Now I have this light. This one. Oh no, not that one. It is number 5. So this one is playing as a volumetric light in the bottom of the mountains. So what I can do is move it more into the center of the camera range. Move it a little forward here. See, now that kind of works. Ooh, that actually looks kind of neat. Kind of like that. I'm gonna keep it like that. That's pretty cool. So this, because that one now spreads out a bit more. I'm gonna put this one to be a bit sharper right on. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I can drop this one a little bit. Move that light up a bit more. Let's go with that. I think that kind of works. A lot of this, though, is finding a balance, because it's hard to light one thing without working on another, so it's a lot of, you do the lighting for, I did the lighting for Twilight, and then you go and light a bunch of other stuff, and then her lighting doesn't work anymore, and then you have to go do this, and then do that, and so it's a lot of, I was talking, it's like making a clay pot, where you'll make the basic shape, but you're always going over all the little bits to help shape the whole thing over time. It's kind of the same thing here, though I actually think Twilight's lighting actually works as it is, which is surprising. I feel like some of the background isn't working so much. I think the best way to break up some of that is going to be adding some trees. Problem with trees is that I don't have as much ease on wind effects, but if I play around, I should be able to make that work. I did, I had to figure out what model it was, but in, let's do this one. In this video, there's the part right here where I need to figure out what model I used for this, because technically I had trees blowing in the wind and I can't remember what model I used for it. It's there somewhere. And I love these models here, these wheat models, but they have this issue that if I save and close the file, it deletes all the animation. I have to redo it again. They're ultra high detailed wheat, and they're finicky, so I don't want to use those.
Where'd you get wheat that high detail?
It's just stuff for the workshop.
Really?
But they're annoying because like their bones, I don't think they're bone. I think they have flexes, so like they're limited in control, so that makes it easy for some things, harder on others. But when you have groups of grass, like things like that, they make it harder to animate, because if the whole thing swings at the same time, then it looks weird. It's in the same video. It's one of the reasons that I loved. My favorite scene in this is is right here when she jumps out. And this was because all this grass, I was able to, because it's in patches, I was at least able to make the patches move individually. So you can, I think I had some overlapped, and so then I could kind of make it look like the grass within is moving at different speeds, but it was the fact that I had these separate flowers that I could move individually, so they're not in groups. So I could make this one move more, this one move a little less, and then this one just a little bit as she went by.
That Apple Dash one you did though, like you had a bunch like a wheat field they were in, right?
That one,
Like, I kind of like the effect you did in that one because it may actually, if I remember it right.
This one was more difficult. So the grass that's being used there is a particle. And the only way I got it to move the way that it did and look natural is because by being a particle, I could tell each individual grass piece to move and swing at different pace. Well, but particles don't behave correctly on lighting. So right now there's the shadows casting from here, but to get that to even work, I had to sit here and poke at the thing for hours because suddenly the particles would not behave with lighting and they'd ignore it, and then you have to move it a little bit to try to get it in just the right position. And the particles are great, but they don't light correctly. Yeah. I even did a whole tutorial about how to build a forest with particles and creating random particles, because you can tell the particles to push to ground by a certain distance. So you put it somewhere, it'll keep going until it hits the map floor. So you can make a forest of trees by dropping it and then saying go up to 100 meters, and everything will fill the map with trees. But the problem with that is if none of them light correctly. Yeah. I did use it for...
Pretty big about your lighting.
On this one, it was the same thing. I used particles to fill this forest on this side and here. But the thing is, the lighting for these trees didn't work. I couldn't get them to work at all. They were pure black. Thankfully, though, for this, that was the look I was going for.
This scene still... I still can't believe I didn't see this scene for, like, half a decade.
My God.
Because I never watched the video after the credits.
No, this scene is before credits.
Oh, it is? Then how did I miss it?
No, you missed this, like these scenes, like her drinking her little drink.
Yeah. What?
You missed that.
I never seen that.
I put things after the credits all the time or with the credits, because then it gets people to actually look at them.
It's failing. I can tell you from experience.
But that's why if you build a trend of doing it. This one was a little different because I just had so much in there. I put out the trailer for this video a while ago, and at the end of it,
That's all
where is it? Maybe, I don't know where I put it, but so I made a trailer for the video, and at the end of the video, it has to be in here.
What's the pounds? Because that sounds cute.
The what?
Pounds.
Oh, that's old.
Sounds adorable.
But no, so I have this symbol, and this symbol was made by who's that artist that got called out for being a sleazebag and copying art from the show?
Oh, I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember their name.
Yeah,
he got called out for tracing.
Yeah,
basically.
But so he's the one that actually did that, and when I made the trailer, I used that, and I had it credited in the actual video, and I even put in the bottom of the trailer, all credits for video will be in the blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. And within like a day of putting that out, I got a DM from him saying that I needed to put in the credit for him for that symbol, or he was gonna get serious. Even within 24 hours, and saying that, and I'm like, whoa. So I had to put that in there just so he wouldn't be a butt. But then you realize that he was just an asshole to begin with. So, and the community called him out on it.
Yeah. Well, it's his own fault. I remember though. I can't remember his name. I can remember that he essentially was doing a live stream and just started tracing.
Yeah, he brought up an image and started covering or going over the edges.
Yeah. Basically, it's not your art if you trace.
I can see, like with me, I'll do it sometimes where I'll put the art next to it so that I mean, it's 3D, so I can't really trace anyway, but having it as a reference so you know what you're looking for.
Referencing is fine. Tracing is...
tracing where the final product is the trace, then that is not okay. I can see like if you're trying to figure out some of the lines that you might do it, but then like manipulate it your own.
Tracing the head of one of the characters.
That I can see being
The problem
a
was
no-no.
he was like making money.
Wasn't it Tracegate? I think they called it. I think it's something like that. It was funny.
I was aware of what happened. I can understand why people were upset if they were paying for the work and it was just a trace. So it was
Well,
unreal on that one.
it's not even that because he still put time into making it. But if you're not admitting it and you're claiming it as your own and then you're selling it, that's different.
I think he legitimately, because he did it during a live stream, I don't think he thought it was a problem. I think...
If he wasn't selling things, it wouldn't have been a problem.
Yeah, no. If he wasn't selling things, then it's whatever. It's like, yeah, you're not as talented of an artist as some people
No,
might
it doesn't
have
mean he's
thought
not
you were,
talented. He's just taking a shortcut.
but- Yeah. But if he's always taking that shortcut... I mean, I can't draw for crap, but I can trace. Never anybody can
Prettiest
trace.
unicorn.
I'm trying to hide some of these. You can see some of the edges on the circles where these are. So I'm trying to, if you move them a little bit, you can kind of hide that. Which I don't mind actually if some of these, where you can see the edges for. But others, no. Because sometimes it creates it creates a feeling of depth, but like artificial shadows.
Is that Soldier from TF2? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, what was the name of that voice actor? I know he passed away recently.
Yeah.
It was really sad.
Oh, that's why the light's just hitting the edge of it. No, he's saying. Was it?
I am the prettiest unicorn.
Yeah, I am the prettiest unicorn. My
My
mane smells like lavender, and my horn makes grants wishes.
Yes. Oh, you're gonna get a lot of rest in peace for that guy in this video.
So the main, like, all the lip syncing is already done. Well, kind of. I need to go back over it because I don't like how some of these turn out. To get the good look from the side, it doesn't work from the front. It doesn't, or at least how I used to think it looked isn't matching how it looks now. So I need to play with it a little bit. But
I am excited for this video.
it's just something short, just so I can break a dry spell. That's all it is.
But Twilight is the prettiest unicorn.
Which is almost all the voice lines from all the TF2 horse lines are "I am the prettiest unicorn."
Because Gabe Newell went through a brony phase. That's why.
It wasn't just Gabe Newell. The whole company went and made something, so it couldn't be just him.
Yeah.
It probably was just to be goofy, and it was probably popular at the time, so then it's bringing that in.
Gabe Newell was one of the few celebrities to just come out and say, like, yeah, I'm a brony. I'm into it.
He wasn't. I don't think that he's not like most people are. He probably was just like, yeah, I think the show is neat, but he's not sitting there going to conventions. He's not like looking at content
He
online.
would never get any kind of peace if he went to a
I know, but I don't see him doing anything that's Brony related. I just see him being a passive person at the beginning that was just like thought it was neat, and then that was it.
Maybe.
He's trying to get all the bronies to his platform.
Because, you know, he needs more money.
Yeah, he does.
he's trying to...
If you wanted to make another Half-Life game, he needs more money.
He's trying to find ways to, like, plug into people's brains every time I listen to him.
I might need to play around with this, like add more grass or something, because you can see little bits of the ground here, and they're like ultra clear. But I worry about that later. So yeah, I do need to figure out the tree thing, but let's at least, for now, try to figure out what to do with.
She looks
with
really
horse.
big. A big horse.
She just it probably looks big because of in context.
Yes.
See, now she's
She still looks big.
small horse.
She's just a head and wings. She's growing at the ground. Taking in the sun. No.
Too much sun.
That's upsetting.
She's got little burn.
Body horror.
Well, when you zoom in from that far away. Okay, I'll get back there eventually.
It's the one thing in art that I cannot stand is body
Pony?
horror. Body horror.
Oh.
Like even, I think it's from. I got traumatized by the movie Superman 2. I think it was Superman 2, the one with Christopher Reeves.
I have something to follow up with when you're done, actually. But
Like there's this scene in Superman 2, I think it was 2, it might have been 3, where this woman gets like absorbed by a machine, like by a computer, and she gets like morphed into this like cybernetic brainless monster. And that scene traumatized me when I was a kid. And I cannot stand body horror ever since then.
I was gonna say, the guy that played Superman. Did you see his video as of that came out recently?
The guy who played on the newer movies?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen his video.
Or he's also the one that played The Witcher and stuff.
I still want to watch that.
But he's said he's like a nerd and likes all the content and stuff. So there's a video of him playing sexy music while building a PC. So it's him putting the water cooler and everything, and it's like bow, bow, oh yeah. And then there's this guy with his big old freaking beefy muscles, like he's putting the whole thing together, and then he realized he did something wrong, and he had to go take it apart. He's like, did this the next day because I had serious gaming to do, and stuff. But I guess he plays Overwatch and The Witcher and all that. He's actually a big gaming nerd. So
But it was just to finish The Witcher.
It was hilarious because it was all these nerds that are like, oh my god, that is so amazing. So it was just fun to watch because it was just this big movie star guy just putting together. He kind of looked like Aaron Rodgers or Steve Rogers from the Marvel series, because he actually had like a big little beard going, and so it didn't really look like him at first. But it's funny. It's just fun seeing people that are big, beefy, muscular guys, and then they're like, I play video games.
Yeah. I have to imagine there are very few people under the age of 40 who don't play video games. It's kind of...
There's different levels of it, though.
Yeah, there is.
There's a lot of them are mobile players or something. So see somebody that, big fancy gaming PC like that, that's an investment. A phone isn't.
Yeah. It's hard to imagine many people under the age of 40 though who didn't grow up with video games.
That and somebody with that much money could have probably just had it built for him. But no, he actually got all the parts and put it together himself.
If I had all the money in the world, I'd still build my own. It's fun.
I know, but it's just like he's got money, like millions. No, I would still too, because there is. Well, it's also just it's yours then. If somebody else builds it and something goes wrong, then it's easier to fix it yourself than to go anywhere to get it done.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever have somebody else, even if I didn't build it myself, troubleshoot my computer.
I am the prettiest
Owning a PC is almost like a hobby in itself. If you like maintaining it, taking care of it. I think that's the appeal to consoles, is that if you don't really...
Consoles are for the people that don't want to deal with all the crap.
That's what consoles are.
I am the prettiest unicorn. My main...
People who just want to plug and go. Don't really...
Also, it's cheaper.
Yeah, that too.
That's when I got into PC gaming, it was an investment. And I understand if people don't want to deal with all that.
If you want to get the most out of gaming, PC is the way to go. You just have to have the money and the know-how.
Well, you only get the most out of it if you put a ton of money into it.
Yeah.
You can definitely go cheap route, but then your console's gonna be better looking.
Yeah, you got the cheap.
Well, and
You can't
nowadays-
really go the cheap route with the PC.
The next consoles are, or at least the PlayStation is looking to have just the digital only variant too, so that it's going to be more like a PC because you're just downloading it.
Yeah, I mean, consoles have kind of been keeping that way because essentially they're just PCs that are like 5 years behind the standard gaming PC.
They're only behind because the consoles aren't updated as often.
Yeah.
So when the new consoles come out, they're probably going to be pumping out graphics that are going to be closer to the top end PC range for a while.
Top end PC range maybe 3 years ago.
Well, top end PC in that you're not going to be spending
Yeah.
$2,500 on the same type of graphics.
That's just kind of what I'm getting at, is that consoles are essentially just PCs that are built to be relatively affordable.
They're PCs that have a specific purpose, so everything that's in them is optimized for a purpose. So they can have less power, but they can pump out better graphics with that same amount of power. Because there's no operating system running in the background. There's nothing running.
There's gotta be some level of operating system that's just custom built.
Well, a lot of it is like some of the old Xboxes. One of the when I would go to soft mod the Xbox, there was only 3 games I could soft mod with because those 3 games ran Linux.
Right.
So it came with its own operating system. So the game itself is running all that. The system is just a platform to provide all that. So those 3 games I could run certain things to take over the system because of it. So it's the same thing probably with the future or the current systems. It has its kind of thing in the background, but it's probably optimized to allow the game to make use of more of the hardware than the PC would. Because if I have a second monitor running, I'm still running everything that's in the background there.
Yeah. I just feel like the distinction between PCs and consoles is getting less.
Until the next consoles come out, you don't know, because the current consoles have been on the market for 7, 8, I think it's 8 years. Mm-hmm. So 8 years is a long time. You think about what PCs were 8 years ago?
Yeah.
So
But that kind of just
I am the
makes me
prettiest
think,
unicorn. My man.
consoles are just
I am the
PCs that have been customized to play a certain
I am the
game,
prettiest unicorn.
run a certain program.
I'm prettiest unicorn.
And I suppose there's some optimization in there you can do, but
it's,
question how much.
specializing is important. It's one of the reasons that we have a standard for video. If you try to play a video on a phone that it's not hardware built to do, it's going to run super inefficient, but it's there's chips and phones that are built for the sole purpose of playing specific codecs, so they can do 4K video on a smaller tablet super efficient, because it's not built by having software interpreted zeros and ones. It's an actual hardware integration. But if it tries to play something it doesn't have the hardware integration for, the video's going to run like crap. So the system's the same way. They're optimized for specific things. But then the people making the games have to know what those things are, and then between consoles how to interpret, which is
Like with the graphics processors for these newer consoles, they're still just being made by the same companies like ATI and NVIDIA.
But if they have the exact same things in the systems, then you're not going to be able to sell yours and differentiate. So yours is probably going to have something that's different, or maybe from a different
I have
manufacturer.
to imagine the big difference is price point.
No, they have to have some kind of a difference. If they're just saying that all the difference is what's on the outside,
Yeah.
then
I
they're
think-
not selling anything.
I think a lot of what sells consoles is
It's exclusives.
exclusive.
I'm the prettiest unicorn. My name smells like lavender.
Like, I considered getting a console just to be able to play the new Final Fantasy, but I watched him play it sound good. That was enough for me. You gotta play the next one. I have to live vicariously through you for the Final Fantasy game.
The next time I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to spend like 8 hours during my work day not giving a shit, and I'm just going to plow through a whole bunch of it. So you come back and you're like, no!
No, I have to buy a PlayStation 5.
That's the thing, is I think they said the next... I can't remember, they said something about it potentially being on both, but who
I can see
knows?
them doing that, because they do that a lot with a lot of games between 3 and 4.
During the transition.
Yeah.
But it depends on the game, because if you're making a game that runs on both, you're probably making a game that's not going to run the best on both. So
It's gonna run the best in the newer system.
well, it's going to be optimized for the system. So then if you're making it so it works on both, you have to do, you're working towards the lowest derivative. And like, are you going to make two different versions of models? Or
Worst case scenario, I just have to wait a year for it to come out on PC.
My mane smells like lavender and
It's like 15 did. It's a bummer to wait an extra year to play a game, but that's how it goes. Never did beat the big turtle.
why not?
I got
You have
bored.
to you have to fight the turtle, and then you have to summon Titan.
Oh, so I can throw the turtle.
He has a animation that is only for Adamantoise.
Yeah.
And so he has two other animations, but he's the only one that has one specific for that.
For the turtle.
For Adamantoise, yeah.
Yeah, I did absolutely. I didn't finish the Pronto thing, and I didn't touch the one guy's
I am the prettiest
campaign.
unicorn.
Arden.
Oh, Arden's is the best.
Yeah.
The prettiest unicorn.
There's some things I didn't do. I didn't defeat like one of the. They released some
I am the
expansion where there's
prettiest
like some
unicorn.
lady of the lake.
My
You have
mane
to
smells
defeat.
like
and
lavender.
I fought her, but I couldn't beat her.
They also later added a new summon.
Yeah. What happened to games? They just released them, and that was the whole game. Now they got to keep adding stuff to games, and making me want to go back and play them again.
I don't really like it for JRPGs when they do that, because it's a linear game. So what do you go back to do?
Different monster.
Yeah, I for that one there's a whole separate quest for it, so it kind of is neat. But it was a wind summon with like the fairies. It was a crossover with Final Fantasy 11. No, 11 or 14.
Like 14 and 11 were the
I think it was.
online
I think it was 14, because they had that quest come in there to do the wind summon, and then in 14 you could. They brought in some of the stuff from Final Fantasy 15. I think you could get the regalia as a rideable thing. But they've done things like that on other things. Monster Hunter, they did that. You can Rathalos has a quest line to get him as a summonable flyable on Final Fantasy 14.
Really?
I get people send me pictures all the time on the Twitter account. Like, look at I have you now.
I have you. It sounds so dirty.
Well, because it's me.
No.
I am the prettiest unicorn. My mane smells like
I didn't agree to leave the dragon.
Okay, so this works, but
I should probably eat food. I've had
Sure.
2 boozes and no food. Or should I just like,
no.
you don't think that sustaining myself on alcohol is a good idea?
No, you're gonna get hangry.
That would involve me having, like, anger abilities.
It's hidden in there.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Liquid diet is bad. Well, not really.
Didn't you ever watch that movie?
There's a thing I was watching about a guy that he went, I think it was 384 days without food.
Yeah, but what was he drinking?
Water, coffee, and tea.
Wait, how many days?
384.
How?
Because he was about a 400 and something pound man. So he took water, tea, and supplements, mainly water-soluble B vitamin, which is a requirement for your body to process fat. And so it was under doctor supervision, but he lost 284 pounds in that time.
And what, roughly a year?
Just over a year. But he lost all the weight and he had no ill effects. But it was because he was taking in all the necessary nutrients and his body was using his fat as energy.
If he wasn't consuming any protein, his muscles must have just turned to nothing.
No. It's considered, you lose muscle if you go, if you reduce your calorie intake, yes, you lose muscle. If you fast, you don't. It's weird, but the science behind it is saying that when you fast, you will go into ketosis, which then will utilize fat for energy. But if you don't, and you just reduce your calorie intake, you're constantly keeping your insulin levels high. When your insulin levels are high, your body can't break down fat. So, but because you're keeping it high, and then you're not able to go into ketosis, so when your body needs energy, it starts grabbing from your muscle instead because it's desperate. So the best way to do it is, if you're going to reduce calories, is to just choose times not to eat at all. That's what I'm doing. Because then you won't lose muscle. Otherwise, yes. If you just say, I'm going to eat small meals and nothing else, and just starve, be perpetually hungry, you will lose muscle, you will be suffering, and it will be horrible. But
This is why I eat cheese.
But no, I think they said there's 2 people that did that, but they say if you don't take supplements and you just drink water and don't eat, you'll last like
30
a couple
days
weeks.
is my always-
A couple weeks. It depends on how big you are.
Yeah.
But even then, if you're not giving your body what it needs to break down the fat, it can't, and then you'll just die.
Yeah.
So that's why he was doing it under doctor supervision to make sure his levels were where it needed to be.
Still see that
No, he said it was perfectly healthy. He had no problems. But that's why, again, doctor supervision
and the supplements.
and the supplements.
Well, no, thank
Yeah.
you.
So, that's because what I'm doing is I'm keeping my calorie count lower, but I'm not. I still eat full meals, and then but I just go most of the day without eating. So I eat a lunch that has every food group possible, like fruits, grains, whole grains, vegetables, meats, cheese. Just covers everything in one meal, and then for dinner I'll usually have. I usually eat about half full, and then I won't eat again until the next lunch, or I won't take in any calories until the next lunch.
And I drink booze. I've lost 20 pounds.
I've lost 28 in a month and a half.
Not a competition.
I am 2 pounds from my weight goal.
Really?
And I'm at 207.
207. I'm still at 211. I got stuck. Again. But I started lifting heavier weights, so I'm hoping it changes. When I start lifting heavier dumbbells, I tend to lose a few more pounds. over the weeks.
I hit a stoppage for a little while, but now that with the treadmill, I'm going about 5 miles a day on it. I'm starting to have a drop again, and I started decreasing my calorie intake a little bit. I used to eat way too much for dinner, and now I'm doing about half what I want, or what I normally would.
Crazy awesome. But 25-pound dumbbells. I estimate I do about 1,800 reps a day.
And you hate it.
Oh, I hate the hell out of it.
And I love
It's
actually going
exhausting.
walking.
And I'm covered in sweat. Yesterday, after I increased my weights, I was just like, I leaned over my chair for just a second to just take a break for like a couple seconds, and I like left a puddle on my seat just leaning over it. It's crazy. But it's paying off.
That's
Play with her
weird.
tail. Her tail just kind of travels up her butt.
I know, it's not. Its base is further in, so it's weird. And it's fine. It probably works fine from side to side, which is where I need it. Well, this one is also. I think the other one used to be with this angle, so it's easier to rotate. This one isn't. That's actually harder to rotate. Is there more bones in here?
She got butt bones. Alright, I'm gonna get
Oh my god. I think they... Yeah, I think that they separated... That this is all jiggle now? It is. What? I don't trust the jiggles to be that accurate for that large of a distance. SFM's nice, but not that nice. Oh, it's oh, okay, so they did change that a little bit. So I'm gonna keep that on a 4-second cycle. I'm gonna do the wind on maybe a 2-second cycle.
I am the prettiest unicorn.
I'm going to build it on a 2-second cycle, but I'm probably going to reduce it. So, first, base position. So if the wind's coming through, it's probably going to have this pre-churned a little bit. I'm a little worried about how to do her wings. I'm thinking about just closing them. Well, I guess I'm worried about it because of the hair here. Oh yeah, this one in that group. The hair is going to be wanting to be involved. I'm curious. Oh, that would have made the model even better. It is if there's been models where they add in the model with the hair on the other side. So if you're working on the video where she's from the other angle, you could actually do like the show does and have it be visible from both sides. But the problem is if I use the hair here, like her one here, I can get it close to her, but as soon as the wings go to move or anything, and they go to move, it's just going to be messy. If I hide this, yeah, that's a lot easier. I think if I do something like that, it might be fine. It's just, I feel like having a horse with wings that is out in a field with wind, enjoying the wind, and is not having wings out, it just doesn't make any sense. Okay, that should be a decent base to work from. Oh good, they removed the butt cheeks. Never understood them.
So I'm now holding a very hot bowl.
It's tail base until I move. That's weird. Why don't you just get a plate or something?
Then I would just have a hot plate.
No, underneath it. I do that for soup because then I can hold the plate on the edges, which is cool.
The paper towel's cool. It's working.
But then what if you make a mess?
Have a paper towel to clean it up.
But then what do you do with it afterwards?
I burn the skull of my hands in the bowl.
Because then you're like, oh, I got all this crap on my mouth, but I can't do anything about it. I don't know.
I am capable of eating food without making a mess. Ooh.
I don't know.
All the confidence in the world.
Mm-hmm. I believe that you
will make a mess.
Can do things.
Simple things. Like fitting triangles into round holes.
I was actually watching a thing too. They were talking about an SAT question from like the 19-somethings, and it was out of 300,000 people that answered the question, not a single person got it right. And it was because the question was written poorly, and also because the answer they were looking for they didn't put on the test.
Okay.
It was regarding two circles touching, and the smaller circle having 1/3 the radius of the bigger circle. And it said, how many revolutions would the smaller circle make before coming back to its original position? And if you do all the math based on the answer, you come up with 3. But the answer was 4. And and before they even did anything, I checked, I did the math, and I figured out, yes, it's 4, or it's 3. And they said the reason it was 4 is because you were, it's what do they call it? They call it the coin something paradox, where if you take 2 quarters and you take 1 quarter and you rotate it around the other quarter, the outside quarter will do 2 revolutions around it.
Interesting.
Which you would think, no, that doesn't make any sense. But it's the reason that question was different was because they were talking about how many revolutions would it make. It wasn't talking about. So if you actually look at the circle as a thing, and you pick a point on that circle, and how many times it would go around, it would actually rotate 4 times. But it would, if you looked at the surface to surface contact, it's 3. It was interesting.
Not gonna say I'm still not confused by the thought that it's anything but 3. Because if you're...
Well, no, it's the same reason that the quarter thing, because it worked that way because they were the same size. But if you take the smaller circle and you said that I'm going to draw a line all the way through the circle, and every time, or I'm going to draw the radius going down the left side, and every time this comes back to its original position, I will count it as 1. And if you have it go around that way, it goes back to its original position 4 times, which means it does 4 revolutions.
Because it completes it on the 4th, on the last final.
Mm-hmm. It's really, but they said the main problem with it was the question was written wrong.
Yeah.
But it was, because when I read it, I came up with the same answer. But the biggest issue was they didn't even put 4 as a choice on the test. So.
Setup.
Where to get information? Fasting information? I really just Google it. I was actually just watching a bunch of stuff today that had some of the more detailed information, but I've actually been fasting now for probably like a month and a half or so. I do an 18-hour fast. You can do less. I'm thinking about changing it to 24-hour, like just eating once a day. But I
did that for a while. It didn't work for me.
So yeah, it just depends on the person. I'm used to not like going periods of time without eating anyway. So because I just get caught up in stuff. So it hasn't bothered me too much. But a lot of the information I found out on originally was like, if you think about the word breakfast, it's supposed to be you're breaking your fast, and it became a U.S. tradition to be you want to fast a month and you lose 50 pounds. Okay, well, if you do something like that, then I would check with the doctor first, because it works completely, but it can be dangerous if you don't do it right. So it's I wouldn't recommend it unless you talk to somebody first, because if you're not in a certain health state and whatever, it might backfire. But I just do it where I only eat a certain amount of meals a day, and it's mainly about going a large period without eating, because you enter your fat burning stage of fasting at about 12 hours. So by going 18, I have a 6-hour period where I'm just burning fat and keeping a calorie deficit. So taking in less calories than you're burning during the day. So if I am doing less activity through the day, if I'm not walking as much or I'm sitting around as more, I'll eat less. But if I am actually walking and doing stuff, I'll eat more, just because I don't want to go too negative. But I also take vitamin supplements just in case. And I keep my carbs lower, but I don't get rid of them completely. I actually make some like whole wheat muffins, or any of the carbs I do eat are whole grain, because whole grains are at least better or good for you compared to just like processed flour and stuff. But no, a healthy weight loss is about 1 pound a week. So anything more than that, and you're looking at potentially unhealthy if not done right. I lost a lot of weight early on because I put on the weight fast, and so when I did it, a lot of it was water weight and other stuff. I'm at about 1.5 pounds a week now, so which is that's the healthy rate.
I'm losing it slower, but I've always kind of been a heavy guy, so a little different.
Well, I've been heavier, lighter, whatever. I work in black and white, so when I hit things hard.
Like when I was younger, I was like 250, like in my late teens, early 20s. So I've never gotten back to that point in a very, very long time, and I'm happy enough to at least say that. I was a big dude working at McDonald's.
But yeah, if you want to do anything serious in terms of long-term fasting, I would check with a doctor or something first. Just because I'm not going to be the one to give that kind of information. It's just because it worked for one person isn't a scientific study that it works for everybody. It just shows things are possible.
Yeah, there was a period of time where I only ate once every 3 days, and that was a horrible idea, and it didn't stick. The only thing that really seems to stick for me is crap tons of exercise.
Yeah, but it's not one or the other, it's both.
Yeah, but the other doesn't do nothing for me.
Well, yeah, because a diet alone doesn't do anything.
No.
And exercise alone doesn't do anything. It's the two together.
Balance.
I know, but if you're actually looking for results, you have to do both. If you're looking for serious results, you have to do both. That's why I did it. Changed a lot of stuff on what I eat and everything.
I don't even have a doctor right now.
Just look one up.
I'm probably gonna have to get really sick for that to happen.
Why?
Because I'm a bad judge. Because I don't like doctors. They tell me to do stuff.
They tell you things you don't want to hear, and by not hearing it, you feel that it's not true.
I don't feel that it's not true. I know it's true. I just don't want to hear it.
That's ignorance.
No, that's...
And that's not a good health plan.
I didn't say it was. I'm saying it's a horrible thing to do. Don't be me, kids.
You don't want to be you.
It's deep.
I'm pretty as you know.
No, keto can work, but to me, I didn't want to go full keto because to me that's a life decision and something that changes drastically a lot of the things I would do. Plus, my family has a history of higher cholesterol, so having a higher fat diet, I mean, it's supposed to be the good fats, and so that is a difference, but it's just, I didn't want to play that line. Though, for the most part, like even today, I think all of my carbs I took in was from, all my carbs today have just been from one muffin. So I'm probably sitting in the keto range right now anyway. But I didn't want to do that as a strict thing. But for people that need to lose weight, if they're like unhealthily larger or depending on situation, keto's great for that. But technically, even just fasting is a type of ketosis. And the body is built to go long periods without food. We've just been accustomed to feeding it and rely before that kicks in, and it's become a contributing factor to weight gain. think. Oh, other main too. Yeah, so then it works great but it should still be mixed with some kind of exercise though.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I do want to add some more to the background. Yeah, this would be more. I'm going to go for brighter. This is more shadowed, but it is kind of what I would use. It's the layering of the fogged look, but it'll be once I get some of the grass back there and some of the trees. Then I'll start playing with the light more, because otherwise if I start playing around too much with certain aspects of it and then I go to change something that's in the background, I'm going to be redoing all the lighting. So right now it's mainly about getting it so that I'm seeing myself in the right direction, but then I will be definitely changing some of that lighting there. But otherwise, yes, good night, Zero.
Ate all my food, now I'm sad.
Where's your other ear? There it is. So right now I'm just trying to get the wind effect for a single direction. Which, now that I think about it, the hair for her right here is not correctly placed. Actually, I don't know a whole lot if I'm doing this then. It's flat to her body. That would be when it comes to the other direction. So I'm going to put this out a little bit. Now I can do this. And this I want to get done first, because if I do it all this work first, it'll make it easier in the end. That's it there. So I think that'll be good for that extreme. Damn it, I gotta select everything individually. Yeah, that looks right. Alright. Yeah.
I am the prettiest unicorn.
Okay. Now this would be the other direction.
Super Mare. I like those. Hope it's derpy. Just saying. She'd make a good Super Mare.
You don't care if it's Super Mare or not.
Just derpy.
You're just trying to get more derpy content any way
yeah.
possible. Go pay somebody, they'll make you one.
No, I just have to, like, poke people with a stick and go, hey, hey, hey.
So you're trying to cheat it.
Derpy.
So you prefer to steal art stuff from people.
You know, you could really, you know what would be a really good idea right now? You
No,
swap
I'm
Twilight
not doing
out
any.
with Derpy.
It doesn't make any sense. It says her mane smells like lavender.
Maybe it does. You don't know.
You have your head Ganon, you probably already have a smell that's associated with her.
She smells like muffins. Because of course she does.
But she doesn't work at a bakery, which means that what did she do that morning?
8 muffins.
I mean, how do you get it? How do you get the smell to permeate you?
She smeared muffins all over her face because she's really into muffins. Like, really into muffins.
Then do you just smear yourself with A1?
Like A1.
Yeah.
Eggs, and I smear myself with them every morning.
Is that how you eat? You just put it all over so you can just get it out of the beard later.
Yes. Storage.
So that goes that direction. So this is going to go...
AJ Super Mare, that makes sense.
So this is going to
He's
go...
the strong one.
More that direction.
Lavender flavored muffins. That sounds
Well, that
absolutely
was
disgusting. And of course, Twilight smells like lavender.
Do you know why?
She's purple. Yeah.
This made sense.
Yes.
So this is about everything going the other direction now. So, so the extremities I want to have always a bit more of an extreme. That's why I'm grabbing them separate. Okay, so I'll do the ears now. So I'm doing the extremes first, and usually for doing something like that, you want to move things, because I'm doing multiple bones in a row. The more that those bones have bones, or the more bones that are in a line. So like for the tail having 4, I want to push them to a much larger extreme than I would push, say, like her hair here, which only has 2. Because when I start changing the timing, it's going to start bringing that back towards its median, and the more that there are, the median is going to be tighter. So, so yeah, that's why. So here, got the hair. There, it's this one and this one. The hair is probably going to be a bit too much, but it's always easier to reduce the amount of motion in hair than it is to add to it. So I'd rather just go too far. Wings, tail. Now the tail is the one I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to go back over, because no matter what I do, it's going to have... I knew you were going to pop up. How dare you?
Blur to blah. A raid means you were watching someone else's stream.
He was doing his own.
What?
He was streaming Satisfactory earlier.
What are you doing that for?
I was watching him.
It's a horrible.
Everything was pink and colored really weird.
It's weird. You're weird, Blur to blah.
Yeah, stop doing your own thing and just be here. You can't do anything else.
We missed you. Jeez.
I hope you had fun with your factories.
I don't. Oh, it was horrible. Pink.
No, they were making everything random colors. Like I said, it looked like the Queen's Court in Alice of Wonderland, because everything was just. You made a cannon. Did you just make the hypertube cannon and then like aim it upwards? Because I know with how many accelerators you put on there, you probably could launch yourself across the map. I think it was like at 15 you could hit the opposite corner, and each one like doubles your speed. So at like you get to a point where you just go so fast that you can't even slow down, you just go out the map and die. Oh, 13 is fine then. Yeah, I think it was like 15 or 16, and then it's dangerous. You can also, if you take 2 hyper tubes and you curve them on themselves with a gap, so that when you go out of one, you go back in the opposite curve, so then it puts you in a circle. You'll keep accelerating, but eventually the game will have you going fast enough that you'll basically teleport out of it, and it will throw you, and if you put a tube next to the other entrance that goes up, it will accelerate you over and over and over again, and it will throw you out of there because the physics now no longer can hold you in there, and you'll go into the other tube and it will launch you upwards from there. But because there's 2 potential exits, it's a 50-50 chance as to which you go in, but you could put one go straight up and then the other one to go around and back up right next to it. But yeah, it's basically you're making a circle tube that keeps accelerating you over and over and over again. It's like a particle accelerator of sorts for a human.
Sounds safe.
But it can be slightly inconsistent. That's the one difficulty with it. So, because like if you're running into a tube at a high speed compared to walking into a tube, that actually changes your speed because it's adding to your current acceleration. So if you want to go farther, you run into it. And if you want to go shorter, you walk into it or fall into it. I haven't actually used hypertubes in my game. It's just stuff I've looked up. Okay, I think I'm good with that now. So we're going to take Twilight here. So I want to select all of her hair. too late. I don't want your teeth. These two. Okay. So this is every bone that is implemented for motion. So I'm going to take out the base. Oh, I just deselected everything. I did actually want to check that though. Okay, that's what I thought. The base did not get... Actually, did I transfer any of this? I did not. No, I should have. I guess not. That would have been bad. It would have taken me seconds to fix. Ooh. Something missing here though. Well, I don't think I even transferred this part. No, I did. Oh, no, I know what the problem was. Again, I only want to select. This is quicker to select like that. Okay. There's still animation here. I think when I did this, I might have to undo that motion. I don't have to because I didn't. I think I forgot to include some specific types of that motion, especially this stuff. Yeah, and this was the wings. I'll just make sure I got it all. Redoing it's not that hard though.
Snoot, it's so curled up. Snoot. Snoot is so like smooth. Puckered up.
Actually, now think about it. Oh no, I had to undo it. Okay, I was like, maybe I could have saved some of it, but not really. It would have taken me about as long to fix it as it would have, or to figure out what I could save to just not save it. No, I need this.
It looks like she has a big nose.
They added bump maps to the nose so that there's actually definition to the edges, and then smoothed it out a little bit. So from a distance, it actually looks more like a nose. And blurred because you're probably thinking, are we adding more to this video? No, I'm doing
It says that.
A stupid little short with some soldier audio.
It's the end of the sci-fi video. It's decided she will have a triumphant moment on the top of a mountain.
Oh no, this goes the other way. No, the idea is to just take some stupid soldier audio from the horse events and make just a short from it, to kind of end a little bit of dry spell of releasing stuff.
That's what I thought when he started working on that video for Prince whatever. It was just more of that video, and I was just like, no. It will never end. It'd be like that song from that Lamb Chop show.
I know the song.
Yes. That video form. Yeah, after seeing you bring up that Apple Dash video earlier, I think it might be a good thing you don't have ponies kissing in videos anymore.
Why?
I would never survive watching you make My face would just be constantly stuck on stupid shit-eating grin, and I would eventually just die of a heart attack from all the adorableness. Would kill me.
That'd be so creepy. Just having some guy in the background while working on like
be...
smut, just constantly gritting.
You're saying that your videos are smut.
People watching don't see it as any different.
Like, you just have them adorably kissing. I would just be back here going the whole damn time. I'd just be so happy.
He wants smut.
I don't want smut. I want adorable.
You were just talking. You were implying having two people go behind a couch to do some groping.
That would have been funny.
But you still wanted it.
Yeah, but I wanted the kissing off camera because I would have had stupid grin face the whole time.
We ended up here because Michael has weird fetishes.
No, I just think it's super, super cute. Those videos are adorable. There's nothing more cuter than two horses, like, going smoothly.
I am the
Bang me up, Lord Blah. What's more adorable than horses smooching? Nothing, that's right.
Nothing?
Nothing.
He disagrees.
Kittens playing? That's boring. Boring kittens.
Kitty?
You're different. There's full-grown cats.
Oh, if they're cats, then fuck them. We can go toss them in a dumpster. I did notice some potential. The ones that changed position on were the hair. Yeah, there's a little bit of a roughness on this. Fixed. Okay. Okay, now I gotta... select all. Okay. Now, that works. Alright, base. Move that. Move that. I'm gonna have to play with her top hair a little bit because it only has a single bone, so I have to use position as its secondary bone. Oh yeah, and the wings. Okay, so it's different to select from that than it is from this. That's annoying. It's deselect from here, so I know I don't need that one. Okay, so these should be all the secondary bones. I'll do 3 frames. We'll try that. Might be a bit strong for the wings. Okay. I'm actually going to do 2 from here now. So tail 2. No, tail 1's fine. Tail 2. Left wing, left wing. I already deselected that one, that's fine. Alright, 1, 2. Do. Okay.
I am the prettiest.
Okay, tail need. Now I can customize. So the tail needs a good bit more delay. It's these two. Okay, so I'm gonna remove tail base. We're gonna go. I need a number. I'll go another 3. You need to be careful because that's getting to some pretty hard delay on the tail.
Strong wind.
The speed I can change at any time, but I need to make sure it just moves correctly. Okay, that is everything.
The tail's gonna fall off.
I am the prettiest unicorn.
Okay, these two need a little bit more delay.
I am
Okay, and
the prettiest card.
they need a stronger pullback. Or not even a pullback. They need just a not hair. Twist.
I am the I am the prettiest unicorn.
That should work.
Toxic Mario, wasn't it?
Hmm?
Toxic Mario?
No. He ended up having similar issues come up about him, but he was just toxic. He had sales tactics where he was undermining other people and he was talking crap and talking down other people and giving them bad advice purposely so that they would fail.
Wow. That's worse than tracing.
Yeah, he was but he was one of the people that badmouthed that other guy the most, saying how he did those tactics. And then he figured out he was doing the same, which probably could have been in response to as a tit-for-tat type strategy. But at the same time, being an asshole because somebody else is being an asshole still makes you an asshole.
Sure enough.
I am the prettiest
This one. So this one, when it hits its edge here, it needs to either be delayed a bit more.
I am the prettiest unicorn.
Nope. It just needs a stronger fall here. Or a stronger
The
bend.
prettiest unicorn. I am the prettiest unicorn.
That'll work. And perfect. It was within the same time for me then. No, I don't like Toxic Mario that much. I talked to him a lot of times. The more you go to conventions, the more you start recognizing vendors and recognizing people, and you just start talking to, and vendors are the people you see all the time, so you get to know them anyway. But he always came across as pushy, very pushy, and yeah, he ended up being kind of an asshole. But most of the vendors that I considered kind of to be assholes, don't really vend anymore. Most of the ones that are still going are the people that really weren't pushed out. But if you're not personable and friendly, nobody wants to buy things from you, so you're not going to make anything from it. The people I always go to, and I maybe some of them I haven't really bought much from, but I have bought stuff, and then over time have bought more. Are the people that are just friendly and I just enjoy conversation with.
If you're out at convention, buy stuff from Midnight Premiere because she's awesome. Might be biased because I think she's awesome.
Yeah, well, it's like Midnight Ardale.
That was cool. I like his plush. Don't boop it. Overbooped.
Some of them I don't exactly know by name, but when I walk by, I know them.
Snuggle Trumpus is always there, and I kind of know him. I don't really know him personally, but he seems cool. He's at every convention. It's hard to miss him. I can never remember that one guy's name, but always got the trains.
He's been pushy as well, though. I was one time like holding a conversation with somebody, and then he would interrupt and or he was trying to show how to play this card game. And normally, if you have a brand new card game that you're trying to introduce to people, you would probably make it easy and also let the other person, or be easy on them. Not do purposeful things that are tactics that you would know from playing it. But when he was trying to show me how to play the game, he kept going into all this advanced stuff. And then he's like, and there I just kicked your ass. And then it's like, he made me not enjoy the game. Like, I legitimately did. I looked at it, I'm like, you know what? It's interesting, but now you're just making it look like it's a game for assholes. So, no, I don't want it. And it was just, he was arrogant. But he's good at what he does. But I just didn't, I don't know.
Yeah. I think there was one time I was at his bench and I was like wanting to buy something. And he was almost like, he was at his booth, and I was there looking at his stuff, and he was eating. And I'm like, "Hey, can I buy this?" And he almost seemed like offended that I was bothering. I was just like, "Dude."
No, Mid-Prem we know pretty well from the different conventions we hang out with her at most of them, and she's always just been bubbly and fun and then her mom is usually there, and her mom is great too. Her sister's great.
They're all great.
Yeah, when at Cider Fest one year, her grandpa came, and he would, like, the one time I was in the elevator, and he was just constantly talking about, you gotta go down into Midnight Premier's booth, and she's got some really cool things to sell, and he was super funny.
That whole family's great.
Yeah, the whole family's awesome.
I've even met her dad, and he's great.
Yeah. There was she kind of started like hello Nixie, like a friend con thing, and that's the ITCW or something. The it's a working title con, which is just mainly a friend hangout that was titled as a convention, and that happened in January. So we were down in Texas and hanging out with them for the weekend. There's about
right before the whole pandemic.
Yeah, there's probably like over a dozen people that were there, and it was super fun weekend. It was like a convention, but it was just the friend hangout part. It was nice, relaxing. Got to see downtown San Antonio. It was just nice.
It's like a mix between convention and camping. Is how I kind of.
Well, yeah, because the outside bonfire in the middle of January when we're used to winter.
It was nice. She's great.
But yeah, it was so yeah, they're all fun. They're all a lot of fun.
I am the prettiest.
I've never met two people honestly like Mid-Prim's parents who are as chill as they are.
Oh yeah, they were super chill. And they're so different too. Like it's I don't see how the two get to go together.
There was this one moment where the bonfire was really going, and there was ashes floating up into the sky, like hot ash, and they were looking at him, and I thought, sure enough, because every the thing going through my head that was going through their head was that they were worried the ashes might spread and catch a building on fire. But that's not who these people are. They were just mesmerized
It was so pretty.
by how pretty the ashes were.
I'm the prettiest
And I'm just
unicorn.
like, these are the chillest people on planet Earth.
Uh,
And that is where I think they have something in common. They're just both incredibly chill people.
There's like they wanted to toast some of the bread for some stuff, so they went and put it in the oven at a low temp, and then forgot about it till morning. And so in the morning, so I looked at it, I'm like, oh, we have like some, is this like chocolate like bread? And they're like, no, I put them in the oven last night and I forgot about them. So they just cooked all night, and now she just grabs one and goes bam, bam, bam.
See, that's the other thing that both of her parents have in common is that normally there'd be one person in the house who'd be like, this is awful. You could have started a fire. But no, they're just like, just laughing.
It was fun.
Yeah. It's like they're just super, super chill.
And she was so excited to have people there. She was like the whole weekend. She's like, I love this so much. And
it's just a house of wonderful people.
Yeah, it was fun.
Is what it is. Just the kind of people you hope everyone can be, but not everyone
like
is.
lavender and
Ooh,
my...
those wings might be a little too floppy.
I am the prettiest unicorn. My mane smells like lavender and my horn
Yeah, I think the wings might be a little flappy, but it's not the feathers.
I am the pretty...
I think what it is, or the feathers are fine. These bones right here.
I am the prettiest unicorn.
Yeah, that's better.
My mane smells like lavender.
I might need to reduce the bottom ones a little bit, but it was there's in between ones that do larger changes, and it was just causing them to move too much.
Lavender and my horn. I am the prettiest unicorn. My mane smells like lavender.
Okay, I think I might just keep it with that. The nice thing is I don't have to I don't have to touch it right now. I can do anything else I want with her, and it won't affect anything else. So I do want to add some breathing. Oh, no, actually, you know what? She is not she does not have clothing, so actually I can use the breathing flexes. I don't like using those normally because, like, Sideswipe I've been using has the
She not having the breathing.
she has clothing, and that doesn't work well with the breathing flex, which is not tied to a bone, so it doesn't work with the clothing. There you go. Okay, I gotta remember how to do this. I think it's this. Okay, that's how you do it. Okay. If you hold the mouse and like this to drag, and then let go, and then you click again, and then or no, it's that. Yeah, there it is. So if you hold and click with Shift, and then you drag again somewhere else, it will create the second draw fall off. It's an interesting method. I gotta get in the habit of, but. Well, in a way, I could use it here. I could go from here to here. Ha. Okay, so breathing. Ponies breathe. Okay, so that's the stomach. What is this one again? Oh, it's got the butt flex, though.
No.
It's called Don't Touch That Darn Flex for a reason.
I don't know. It's a pretty impressive flex. Ever since the leaf make the butt bigger on command.
Okay, I'm just going to do that for this. We're going to make this simple. Well, actually, I got to be careful on breathing because technically she's talking, so she can't be like, you know, breathing in while words are coming out. Well, actually, the stomach would go first, wouldn't it?
I am the prettiest unicorn. My mane smells like lavender and my horn grants wishes. I am the prettiest unicorn.
I'm trying to make it so it doesn't just look like it's part of the body
I am
motion.
the prettiest unicorn.
It's gonna be disorienting if her hair just jumps around. So I want to get this spread out a little. That's till one of these is not behaving. Oh, it's tail base. Oh. Apparently it just got missed as. Oh, I didn't select it on its move, that's why. Should be able to just do it this way.
I am the prettiest unicorn. My mane smells like lavender and my horn grants wishes.
Okay.
I am the prettiest unicorn. I smell like lavender and my horn grants.
I'm gonna have to play with that part of the main. It's not delayed how I want it to.
Crack.
Hmm?
Crack. Like your knuckles.
Oh, I thought you were just like wanting drugs something.
How about some drugs?
This also he's like crack.
Hey, crack. Sorry, spasm. I'll stick to this legal drug, thank you very much.
You're not old enough. You're such a youngin'.
Uncles.
I am. I am the. I am. I'm the prettiest unicorn.
Just not like this.
I am the prettiest unicorn.
She's so wide-eyed. She is the pretty unicorn. Nope. You could just keep her as a unicorn, though I know you've already put a lot of work into her wings.
I am the prettiest
She
unicorn.
was a unicorn once, I remember.
Ever be like, have it saying all that, and then just have the wings like go pop, pop, and then just have them go, damn it!
No, not the prettiest unicorn. When it became an alicorn, you raised the bar.
I don't think I haven't loaded any models yet. Is there... because her horn grants wishes, so it'd be funny and like just have her do like a magic thing and then just like have the pop noise and then have him just say so, like yay or something, but have it be like a stoic expression the entire time. I don't know. Soldiers audio clips, the biggest problem I have with them are they are long. Like all the horse ones, he has like one of them runs like 15 seconds of just him like talking this whole story of
about how he's a pretty horse.
I can't remember.
In this man's unicorn army, you plump.
Oh, there, I will turn that up.
In this man's unicorn army, you clomp your hooves when a superior officer addresses you. I am a pretty unicorn. I'm going to trot into the forest and pick each and every one of you maggots an arrangement of flowers. They will be lovely. Am I making myself clear?
He just keeps going.
Men, these are the facts as I understand them. 1. I am the prettiest unicorn. 2. My mane is lustrous and fragrant, and it catches the wind perfectly. Dismissed!
It's lustrous.
Let's get one thing straight. You are all pretty unicorns, but I am the prettiest unicorn. Did I stutter? I am a unicorn. There are many unicorns like me, but I am the prettiest. Sound off like you've got a horn. I am the prettiest unicorn. I don't know, but I've been told I'm a pretty unicorn. I am the prettiest unicorn. I am a unicorn. Maggots. Sound off like you've got a horn.
Yeah, that's where it stops then. But,
There's no room for two pretty unicorn bottles.
oh, that crashed anyway. Rip. I might have loaded a model library. Can't remember, did I? I don't think so. I was just using it long enough that I could have just had it max. I think over an hour, and it's kind of scary. I can't remember if I saved it or not.
I'm sure, certainly hope so.
It's autosave. It really just comes down to when was the last time I did something important.
I am the pretty...
Yeah, everything looks fine.
Dominated!
Do not make me kill you again, Marasmus. Oh no, I hope the scary wizard doesn't guess my card. Gravity, no!
Wait.
Gravity, no!
Gravity, no.
Ah, my head. You are the worst roommate. Oh, my big head. Oh, my tiny head. Ah. No. Bombhead. I got don't you die on me. Gravity, no. Must
I wonder if they're done
stop
recording voice lines for
dancing.
him, if they're, or if they'll
Must
find someone
think
else to do it.
about sensible haircuts. Must think about sensible haircuts.
Must think about sensible haircuts.
Yeah, I can hear him.
My blood, no. Erasmus, I need that blood.
I'm not gonna skip over SF12 because I'm pretty sure that's from 2012 event.
Beep,
So who
boop.
else is
I
about
am
to take
terrified.
a trimmer to their head?
Yeah!
Sensible
Stand
haircuts.
off. Thanks. Thanks. You deserve a medal, Doc. Thanks for the aid. Thanks, Doc. Thanks.
My hair,
Yeah.
actually, I don't mind it
This
too
is a
much.
good deal. I'm not going to jump. We are trading now. Yeah. Yes. Affirmative. Sir, yes, sir, yes.
And there they have yes.
Yes.
It just says yes.
Yes.
It's perfect. Let's do that.
Wait, are you adding to it, your video?
I'm just gonna have her the wings pop up and him go yes. That's it.
That's how it starts.
But actually, it's nice because then I don't have to worry about the wings till the very end. So, and I could probably just have them pop in and not do anything.
I mean, you did already put a lot of work into the wings, but
Not really.
it's whatever, I guess.
And if you're willing to sacrifice a better idea for the purpose of not removing work, then you're going to get a bad product. Okay. And then...
I am the prettiest unicorn. My mane smells like lavender and my horn grants wishes.
Okay, and then we need magic.
Crashed again.
It probably... There's every now and then like an audio file that's corrupt, and I've had it before where by typing a letter during a load, I have a chance of it popping up at the top of the list. So I just have to be... It means that when that happens, I just type the word with the first letter last. So, so for in this instance, you do add clip, magic. Oh, and I found it anyway.
Unicorn magic.
Mr. Grant's wishes. Wishes. Yes.
Yes.
Hold on, we need okay, now that was weird. That I didn't expect.
Something is not right.
Either that or just said no, because I spent a lot of time in the other audio thing. Maybe like my library is too big again. Because one time it got so big that without removing stuff, just loading the library was enough to crash me.
Yeah, something certainly. The video sure is crashing for one that's only a few seconds long.
Okay, I want to see if it would crash right away again. So I need...
We rest.
One called Wing Pop. But this is, that's the one I'm looking for.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So that's... We gotta go... I'm gonna grab all your stuff again. I need to do this one. This. That.
Yes. Yeah. I am the prettiest unicorn. My mane smells like...
It should be the other way around here.
Smells like lavender and my horn grants wishes. Yes.
Yes.
Just.
Yes.
Yes. She's the prettiest unicorn.
Grants wishes.
The ground almost looks better without the, the parts with the grass looks better without the ground because the ground's being lit. I guess I could just drop the brightness of them too.
The prettiest eunuch. I am. I am the prettiest unicorn.
The eyes are open like that. It's almost creepy when the eyes are open like that.
I mean, I gotta play with the lighting because her eyes are a bit bright.
Prettiest unicorn.
It's probably one of the background lights are hitting her face. Oh no, it's probably actually one of the grass lights. This one. Ah. Thankfully, I do have a solution to that. Yeah, that's better.
I am the prettiest unicorn.
There we go. Just have to do like this.
I am the prettiest unicorn. My mane smells like lavender, and my horn grants wishes. Yes.
Pretty much done. Just gotta finish that yes.
No, I gotta animate her. She's not. She's just doing her sway. That was to make sure I had the full sway, and now I gotta actually have her like do normal movements. I could have her just do that too.
That's all you're gonna ever do. Just be like, yes.
Well, then if we're gonna do that, we're gonna do like,
I'm the.
We'll do like this. We'll do like.
I am the prettiest unicorn.
I almost prefer that. Yes.
Or actually, it would be like.
Yes.
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 Gotta happen quicker.
It's amazing.
Yes.
I like everything about this.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, it has to cut like right after that though. I was looking through old Rathalos comments, and there was like everybody was loving the like when you cut things off like right at the end of stuff. But then there was one person that's like, I hate when people do things like that. That is so stupid. I'm like, okay, that's great, but like the 8 people before you loved it, so I'm gonna just go by rule of numbers here.
Horn grants wishes. Yes.
The wings just popping up. Yes. Her face is like so got the serious face. She knows. She knows she's the prettiest unicorn. Much better than that rarity. I think she's so pretty.
Yes. 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 Yes.
It was 2.
Yes. 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 I am the prettiest unicorn.
I want to keep her eyes like that because she goes from licks. Her last
Like a crazy horse. Dude, that's like the whole thing, though. She's supposed to be crazy. She's all majestic.
I am the prettiest unicorn.
Crazy.
I am the prettiest unicorn. My name's slender and hungry.
I say do the zoom in stuff and call it done. I think it'll be funny if you just leave it. We still got like 12 minutes in the stream.
I am the prettiest unicorn. Pretty on.
And I still have I still have to finish the backgrounds and stuff though. So there's no way there's no way I'd be able to finish it today anyway. But the whole point is to make the background be distracting.
Unicorn. Prettiest unicorn. Unicorn. My main. No.
Increasing the craziness.
Prettiest unicorn. I am the prettiest unicorn.
Unicorn. Listen to me.
Now you want to you know how to make it up the creep factor even more.
Yes. No. She is letting you know that she is the prettiest unicorn.
It's supposed to be looking right at the camera, but I don't feel like it is.
It's looking past
Oh
you.
no, it's because of they work really well for the larger people, but when you start shrinking them down, they don't always match right with what you're looking at. So you get to play with it a little bit. So normally it's increased convergence a little bit, and then in this case, I'm going to move a little to the side.
I am the prettiest unicorn.
It just keeps getting better. No. Our
Unicorn.
neck's broke. Neck's broke. I don't think it's supposed to bend that way.
Oh, it's because I'm not a mogul. Which actually means I might have actually made some other mistakes with some stuff.
Unicorn.
No! No, she's coming for us. She's
The
letting
prettiest
us know
unicorn.
that she is
My
the
mane
prettiest
smells like
unicorn.
lavender, and my horn grants wishes.
She's drowning in the grass. Like,
Yes. Unicorn. My hideous unicorn. prettiest unicorn.
Can I make her look kind of like right through us? Yeah, there. It's not quite at you.
Prettiest unicorn. My main.
She's
My main.
letting you know
Unicorn. My main.
she's the prettiest of the unicorns.
My main smells.
Twilight is pretty cute.
Problem with the pre-animation now is that I have difficulties with mixing some of the other stuff in. At least it requires me undoing work instead of being able to just copy paste it. Actually, wait. It's all based on 4-second intervals.
My main smells like.
I can do that. No, I can't. I already did too much. Yeah. Oh, damn. Oh, well. Because if it was enough, I could have actually just went and recovered pieces from other things, but her feet are attached right now.
Did you go?
Doing the cheat for moving the back legs. They technically are not in the same rotation, but as long as you get it close, you can just kind of do the mass change like that. But I can't see. That'll work. And this one I can.
My mains.
I think I stretched her neck a little bit before, so I gotta bring it back down.
This unicorn. My mane smells like My mane smells like lavender.
Feeling that I'm blending this, I'm going to have some issues with some of the bones. Just looking at how they're adjusting as I'm doing this.
My mane smells like lavender. It smells like lavender. My mane smells like lavender, and my horn like lavender, and my horn fishes. I am the prettiest unit.
Okay, I might be able to take some of this now. So we are at... No, I didn't go back 4 seconds there, so this is the furthest back I can go on her main animation.
I am the smell like lavender and my horn grants wishes.
This man actually worked perfect.
Wishes.
Yep.
I like lavender and my horn grants wishes. Horn grants wishes. My horn grants wishes. Grants wishes.
You know, I want that pony to be booped in this video, but then I realized that I'm the one who wants to boop the pony.
My horn grants
I
wishes.
can't do that. And it pains me. It's a deep pain. Do you ever feel that pain? That's because you got the mouse. You can boop the pony anytime you want.
Horn grants wishes. Wishes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I'm loving this video.
Yes.
Do dance.
I needed to test the lock, so that's the easiest way to do it.
She's becoming taller.
Okay, I might push that a little more there.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Under my horn grants wishes. Yes.
She become super horse.
Yes.
Her mouth hanging wide open
Yes.
and her breathing. She's like,
Yes.
No, it's her legs to me should be back further. Should have a more pronounced chest.
yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes.
And she will go down and like do a dip to get into it.
Yes.
I don't think there's anything you could do in this video at this point
Yes.
that wouldn't make it not awesome.
Yes.
Her neck seems extra long.
Yes.
I want to have it a little extra long than that, but I think what I'm going to do is have it bounce up higher and then settle back down.
I am the prettiest unicorn. My mane smells like lavender and my horn grants wishes. Yes.
Yes. It's beautiful.
Just have M.A. Larson's little face pop up in the distance.
Just having a rise up behind the mountains.
This is in Teletubbies.
Yes.
Alright, it's after 9, so
Soon look.
I am going to try over the next couple days to finish the grass so that I'm not doing that on the stream. Because I want to fill at least this hill with the grass and then potentially this one. And then I think after that, yeah, they kind of get faded into obscurity, and then play around with trees. So I want to do that, but I don't know if I'll get to the animating portion. How does this look with the lighting?
I am the prettiest unicorn. My mane smells like lavender and my horn grants wishes. Yes!
I like the misdirection.
Yes.
3 seconds of like, oh, this is kind of nice, and I'm gonna put some like nice peaceful music along with it too.
Yes.
But
All I can say is yes.
I think I'll keep the music going all the way through it, but don't know on that. But anyways, it's just something stupid and small. That's what I want to actually. This is what I wanted to make more of. Is just more of the stupid small stuff. So
stupid small stuff is good. I like long stuff too.
I feel like if I'm going to spend time on long stuff, it should be serious, more emotional stuff. But I've been doing a comedy long one, which was what I think the small stuff should be. So, we'll see. Whatever. Done for today. I'll be back on Tuesday, I guess.
Tuesday? That's
Yeah.
too long.
Yeah, it's next week. You can stream if you want. That involves work.
Not really. It involves me turning on my camera and playing a video game.
It's not the same.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
I messaged Blurtable, please come watch me.
Yeah, please come watch me. And then he just calls you out for being creepy. And then you're like, no.
It's true.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah, okay. Bye-bye. Where's my kitty? There's my
You
kitty.
gotta get kitty. Hey,
Yes.
kitty. You can't go
Have good.
Can't
I don't care what it is, just be good. Kitty.
Alright.
Kitty go woo.
Go. Oy.